Hello everyone. What really happened behind the scenes when BTS arrived in New York today? Why are fans suddenly talking about a tense moment involving their trusted bodyguard? And what pushed the usually calm and professional Mr. Lee to react in a way that no one expected? The energy in New York City today was unlike anything seen in recent years. From the moment Jungkook and the rest of BTS touched down, the atmosphere shifted into something electric, almost uncontrollable. Fans, army from all over the world, gathered in massive numbers, filling sidewalks, streets, and even nearby buildings just to catch a glimpse of their idols. Phones were raised high, voices screamed endlessly, and emotions ran wild. It wasn't just excitement. It was a wave, a force that seemed impossible to contain. But behind the dazzling smiles, behind the flashes of cameras and the cheers echoing through the city, there was another story unfolding. A story that most people didn't see clearly at first. A story about protection, pressure, and a moment that turned unexpectedly intense. At the center of that moment stood one man, Mr. Lee. For longtime fans, Mr. Lee is not just a bodyguard. He is a familiar presence, a silent protector who has stood beside BTS through airports, concerts, and countless public appearances. Known for his calm demeanor, sharp awareness, and unwavering dedication, he has become almost legendary among ARMY. Many even refer to him as part of the extended BTS family, someone who would do anything to keep the members safe. And today, that loyalty was put to the test. It all began when BTS made their appearance outside a high-profile venue in New York. The crowd had already been building for hours. Security barriers were set up, staff were positioned strategically, and everything seemed under control. But as soon as the members stepped out, the situation escalated faster than anyone anticipated. The sound was deafening. Fans screamed Jungkook's name repeatedly, their voices overlapping into a chaotic chorus. Some fans began pushing forward, trying to get closer, trying to capture the perfect video, the perfect photo, the perfect moment that would live forever online. At first, it seemed manageable. Mr. Lee and the security team moved in sync, forming a protective barrier around BTS. Their movements were precise, calculated, and practiced. Jungkook smiled and waved, trying to acknowledge as many fans as possible while continuing to walk forward. But then something changed. A sudden surge from the crowd broke the balance. Several fans pushed past the initial barriers, closing the distance far more than what was considered safe. The line between admiration and intrusion blurred in an instant. Hands reached out, not just waving, but trying to touch, to grab, to hold on to a fleeting connection with their idol. And that was the moment. Mr. Lee stepped forward with a level of intensity rarely seen before. His expression hardened. His movements became sharper, more urgent. He raised his voice, not in anger for the sake of anger, but in a firm, commanding tone that cut through the chaos. Witnesses described it as a moment where everything seemed to freeze for a split second. Back up. It wasn't a request. It was an order. For many fans, this was shocking. Mr. Lee is known for being composed, almost invisible in his professionalism. But today, the stakes were different. Jungkook was within arm's reach of an uncontrolled crowd, and the situation had crossed a line. Videos circulating online show Mr. Lee extending his arm, creating space, physically guiding fans back, while maintaining a protective stance in front of Jungkook. His eyes scanned the crowd rapidly, assessing every movement, every potential risk. Some fans looked startled. Others immediately stepped back, realizing the seriousness of the situation. But there were also those who hesitated, caught between excitement and the sudden realization that they had gone too far. Jungkook, meanwhile, remained composed. Despite the tension, he continued to smile gently, occasionally nodding toward fans as if trying to reassure them. But those who looked closely could see it. The subtle shift in his expression, the awareness of what was happening around him. He trusted Mr. Lee completely. And Mr. Lee did not falter. In that moment, his role was clear. Protect at all costs. What makes this incident so powerful is not just the reaction itself, but what it represents. Being a global superstar like Jungkook comes with immense pressure, not only from schedules, performances, and expectations, but also from the sheer intensity of fan interactions. Most of the time, these interactions are beautiful. Fans and artists share moments of genuine connection, creating memories that last a lifetime. But there is a delicate balance, a line that must not be crossed. Today, that line was tested, and Mr. Lee became the one who enforced it. As the situation stabilized, the security team regained control. The crowd was pushed back to a safer distance, and BTS was able to continue moving toward their destination without further incident. The tension slowly dissolved, replaced once again by cheers and excitement. But the moment had already been captured. Clips of Mr. Lee's reaction spread rapidly across social media platforms. Within minutes, hashtags began trending. Fans from around the world started discussing what had happened, analyzing every second of the footage. Reactions were mixed, but overwhelmingly supportive. Many ARMY praised Mr. Lee for his quick thinking and decisive action. Comments flooded in, calling him a true protector, a guardian angel, and even the shield of BTS. Fans acknowledged that while the moment may have seemed intense, it was necessary, because safety comes first. Others reflected on the behavior of the crowd, urging fellow fans to respect boundaries and remember that idols are human beings who deserve personal space and security. This is why bodyguards exist, one fan wrote. Not to block us, but to protect them. Another added, we love Jungkook, but we have to show that love in the right way. The conversation quickly evolved into something bigger, a reminder of the responsibility that comes with being part of a global fandom. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Mr. Lee returned to his usual demeanor as if nothing extraordinary had happened. For him, this was simply part of the job. There were no dramatic statements, no public comments, just quiet professionalism. But those who witnessed the moment knew they had seen a different side of him, a side driven by instinct, loyalty, and an unbreakable commitment to protecting the artists he serves. And perhaps that is what makes this story so compelling. Because it's not just about a bodyguard raising his voice, that it's about the invisible line between chaos and control, that it's about the pressure of standing between global superstars and an unpredictable world, that it's about the trust that exists between Jungkook and the man who guards him. And most importantly, it's about a moment that forced everyone, fans, staff, and observers alike, to pause and reflect. As BTS continues their activities in New York, one thing is certain. The spotlight will remain intense, the crowds will remain passionate, and the excitement will not fade anytime soon. But after today, there is also a heightened awareness, a reminder that behind every smile, every wave, every unforgettable moment, there is a team working tirelessly to ensure that those moments can happen safely. And at the heart of that team stands Mr. Lee, watching, protecting, ready for whatever comes next. Because in a world where emotions can surge in an instant, sometimes it takes one strong voice to bring everything back under control. And today, that voice belonged to him. ARMY around the world are talking about a shocking moment involving Jungkook and his trusted bodyguard, Mr. Lee. In the middle of overwhelming excitement, a tense situation unfolded when fans rushed too close, forcing Mr. Lee to step in and react firmly to protect Jungkook. Was it anger or pure instinct to keep him safe? In this video, we break down everything that happened, from the intense crowd surge, Jungkook's calm reaction, to the viral moment that has divided fans online. This is more than just a chaotic scene. It's a powerful reminder of the pressure BTS faces and the importance of respecting boundaries. Watch until the end to see the full story behind this emotional and unexpected moment in New York. Backhand index pointing right. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, comment, speech balloon your thoughts, and subscribe bell for more BTS updates.